Hello folks, Pastor Rocky Branch. Hope you're doing great today. Well, it's Wednesday morning. This is our 5th day. We started at 7. We're doing a countdown of 7 days living like Jesus, doing what Jesus did, acting like Jesus acted, responding like Jesus responded. You know, that kind of is tough. I mean, if everything you do, everything you say, every thought you have, everything about you, you take your personality, you kind of move that to the side, and you do exactly what Jesus did. Now, we have a book full of information about how Jesus lived his life. No great mystery there. The challenge we have, however, is putting that life in our body, and that's actually what we should do all the time. When you have done this for 1 day, and then 2 days, and this is your 3rd day, and you've really tried to do this. Hopefully you have been successful. You have probably been challenged by things in your life because you're more aware of it. That's all. You're more sensitive. Now, when you try to live your life and walk in the steps of Jesus, you become very aware of your surroundings. Now, one of the things that's necessary in a person's life when they're going to walk like Jesus is tolerance or patience, not with sin, but with our attitude or our reaction. Because sometimes when we're dealing with stuff and we're tired or we're stretched out or we have personal needs, and then somebody comes into the picture that we have to be tolerant with because either they're not strong enough to deal with the issue or it's a foolish thing you have to deal with, but you have to deal with it anyway. You need that tolerance or patience in some degree. And you have to be very careful because sometimes you may just blow them off and it could be a critical time for them. But in your natural personality, you might just cut them off. But when you're living your life the way Jesus lived his, then that requires an additional mile. It requires an extra effort. You know, it's a challenging thing when you have to consider in your mind that you are representing Jesus Christ. Now, we all do that all the time, but we don't always feel like that. We're not consciously aware of it. I've asked you for 7 days. This is day 5. This is day 5. 2 days down, this is day 5. And you probably are at a point now to where you're thinking more consciously. What I'm hoping is for you to be to the point at day 7 that you say, let's do day 8. And then day after day after that. You see, when you get to a point where decisions have to be made and patience is required, tolerance is necessary, when you get to that position and you don't give them a piece of your mind, by the way, that you can't afford to lose, when you just stop and say, what would Jesus do in this situation, then we have to follow that acclamation up with what did Jesus do? Not what would Jesus do, what did he do? So in the concept of faith, patience, tolerance, understanding, not for sin now, I understand, but for people that are dealing with issues, then I have to have the wisdom that's necessary. That's what James says to us in James 1:5. If you lack wisdom, ask God, he'll giveth to each person liberally, upbraideth not, and it shall be given to him. In other words, God wants to give you what you need. So as you set yourself aside, and that's kind of what we've asked you to do, and you have to deal with situations, just remember that God already knows what you're going to do. He already knows the situation. He knows how you're going to act. He knows how you're going to react. And what Satan will do is he'll try to push those buttons. He'll try to get you to respond the wrong way, get upset, whatever the case may be. So be cool. Just hang tough. Be cool. Do what Jesus would do. Remember this, please. I'm going to get real close to you. I want you to remember this, please. Your battle is with you. It's you. It's your mind, your life, you. That's where your battle is. Right here. Right there. That's where the battle is. So nobody can be around. Or you can be so nice. You can be so sweet and walk away and this right here take over, and you can be so vile and so angry. But Jesus knows this. So I need to understand that Jesus knows my mind. So I need to give my mind to him as well as my obedience. I need to walk in His way as well as do what He asked me to do, but I need to think the way that He thinks. And if you have that thought, that wickedness, that bad thing that comes in your mind, stop. Ask God to forgive you. Regroup and go forward. Don't let it build up. Don't let it hang on. Stop. Regroup. Get in the bathroom somewhere. Get in a closet somewhere. Walk by yourself down the street somewhere. Get in a corner office somewhere and simply say, God, oh, Lord, did I not have a bad moment there? God, forgive me. Let me start right now. And God said, I'll forgive you, and you can start right now. So, you hang tough today. Day 5, and God will bless you for it. God bless you. We love you, and goodbye.